get some samples started. And yes, we've had so many questions, Wayne, so we're very glad you brought that in.
Yes, so I brought in an aster that has this dead bottom and an okay looking top, but when you get into it real close, it's got stippling on the leaves, so it's got that more whitish appearance. And our extension office up in Norfolk has this problem every year with lace bugs. They have that piercing, sucking mouth part, so that's what that stippling is from, as they stick that mouth part in and have lunch on the plant. This particular one, as you can see, doesn't have any of the lace bugs running around on it, otherwise I'd be trying to point them out. So this one has some hope. They are susceptible to our pyrethroids, so it would be an easy treatment if your asters are looking rather nasty, like this particular one right here.
So when you say spray, you mean way before it looks like that?
Yeah, hopefully you're paying enough attention that you catch it when it's working on down here and not growing out of the particular problem.
All right, thanks, Wayne. Okay, Jeff.
Okay, so I brought some black nightshade. So this particular plant is pretty common. I had a call earlier today from a friend who has it in a pasture, and he was just wondering what he should do. And so this is one, especially at this stage with the green fruit, when it's in particular more poisonous at this stage. So, and all parts of it is poisonous. So it's not good for us, it's not good for our dogs, it's not good for livestock. It's something that you'd want to either destroy, you know, mow it, something like that, and then follow up with some pre-emergent herbicide in those locations for the next couple of years, just to make sure that we kind of get rid of this plant.
So it's annual.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
yes.
And I know we've seen some around, actually in some of our gardens, that is 3 feet tall already.
Right.
It sort of hides places.
Yeah, it's one of those plants, because it's in the family with eggplant and a lot of other things, I think sometimes we think, oh, this might be something that I want, so.
Don't eat it.
Yeah.
Okay, Kyle, what is that?
Well, it kind of looks like dog droppings a little bit, but these are only exclusively found under an ash tree. And so this is the ash tree bolete, not a true bolete, but the scientific name is Boletes murreloides. But these things, only show up underneath ash trees. And I apologize, I'm distracted. Earlier today, I cracked this open, and a spider is now crawling around our table. But the ash tree boletes, so on the top, they're not very impressive. The underside of them has some really cool patterns where the gills are. But then one of the things about these that is diagnostic is you can split them open, and they're very, very fleshy on the inside. But if you push on it, it will bruise blue. And here I have another one, there we go, that about 30 seconds before we went on air, I split it open and pushed on it, and you can see just how it turned blue. Only found under ash trees. Nothing to worry about. They're a sign that you have leaf curl ash aphid, but there are worse insect issues with ash trees at the moment. So just one of those things you'll have to deal with. If you want to get rid of them, I hear golf clubs work the best.
All right, thanks. Okay, Dana, what is that? Besides tomatoes.
It's exactly what you think it is. These are green tomatoes. And there's lots of folks out there wondering why they've got plants full of these, why they're not red or ripening. And it's a common problem we have this time of year when the temperatures are hot for an extended period of time like we've had. And that's because tomatoes ripen best between temperatures of 70 to 85 degrees during the daytime. And if it's too hot, above 90 during the day or 70 at night, they kind of stall out and you get this yellowish green fruit. And that's because it slows down the production of the pigments lycopene and carotene that turn your plant or your fruit the really nice color. So there's not a lot you can do, but be patient. And when it cools down, you still might get a BLT someday.
Excellent, or you can do fried green tomatoes.
Fried green tomatoes.
All right, thanks.